President Joe Biden's farewell address. He touched on a number of topics tonight, from where his administration had success and the dangers that lie ahead. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp joining us live from outside the White House. So, Rachel, what were some of your biggest takeaways from his speech tonight?
Good evening, Mike. Yeah, for the most part, President Biden's speech really focused and centered on upholding our democracy, reflecting on America's past and where we are today. Of course, we did expect him to talk about his administration's work during this past 4 years, and we also expected him to not really talk about some of the criticisms that his administration's faced over these past couple of years, things like the Afghanistan withdrawal, the immigration crisis, inflation, things like that. But Mike, for the most part, the president's message was overwhelmingly pretty positive, but he did share some warnings.
A nation of pioneers and explorers, of dreamers and doers, of ancestors native to this land, of ancestors who came by force, a nation of immigrants who came to build a better life, a nation holding the torch of the most powerful idea ever in the history of the world, that all of us are created equal.
In a nearly 15-minute speech, President Joe Biden gave his farewell address to the American people. Most of his speech focused on the importance of maintaining our democracy and our institutions because it is constantly being threatened or challenged.
Our system of separation of powers, checks and balances, it may not be perfect, but it's maintained our democracy for nearly 250 years.
Biden says his administration faced tough times. He entered the presidency during one of the worst pandemics in modern history. He highlighted a few areas his administration worked on, like passing a massive infrastructure bill, reform gun control, and creating new jobs. He also gave a few warnings.
Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy.
As a final goodbye, the 46th president says America could be defined by one word: possibilities.
My eternal thanks to you, the American people. After 50 years of public service, I give you my word. I still believe in the idea for which this nation stands. A nation where the strength of our institutions and the character of our people matter and must endure. Now it's your turn to stand guard.
And Mike, while President Biden did not name names, he did say that he has some concerns about potential abuse of power. And he also talked about one of the big takeaways, I thought, when he mentioned that we should amend the Constitution to make sure that no president is immune from crimes he or she commits while in office, and that the president's power is not unlimited and not absolute.